I'm not going to waste your time. If you clicked on this video, you already know who Jasmine Tan is. So I'm not going to bore you with a whole background story. Let's just get straight into it. Jasmine Tan's voice is unbearable. Yeah, I know. You're not supposed to criticize someone over things like their voice. It's mean, it's rude, it's unhelpful, but let's keep it a buck, guys. You clicked on this video because deep down, you already agree with what I'm about to say. Jasmine Tan's voice, or more accurately, the way she talks, is insufferable. I repeat, I am not being a D1 hater. If I wanted to hate, I could really hate. But this isn't hate. This is just me saying what everyone's been thinking. Go to any video that mentions Jasmine Tan, whether it's by Coco Crazy, Miss Y Way, Kelly Schollis, or literally any commentary creator, and scroll through the comments. They all have one thing in common. One of the most liked comments is always about her voice.
I legit cannot keep up. Who is coming up with all these names, huh?
Wow, man. Damn.
Don't believe me? Here are some comments.
My God, the way she talks is insufferably.
That had 1.7k likes.
Listening to the way she, Jasmine speaks is unbearable.
2.2k likes.
Jasmine is a grown woman, but she talks like an obnoxious teenager in a cartoon show.
7.2k likes. So yeah, I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. Her voice really is a huge part of why people can't take her seriously. I don't know if she's forcing the quirkiness or, her sassy diva voice, but she sounds like a minion. And you know what makes it worse? Her tone rarely matches what she's talking about. She could be speaking on something serious like emotional manipulation or breakups, and she'll still be performing like she's reciting a TikTok. It's so off-putting. It makes people not trust what she's saying.
Baby girl, I seriously do not get it why girls in their 30s be like, I am so behind in life. Behind what, babe? The race to burn out and marry a walking red flag? Please! You ditched the dusty soul-sucking job. Unlearned your people-pleasing era. Healed all your mommy and daddy issues.
And honestly, it didn't always used to be this bad. If you go back to her older content, her voice was still a little exaggerated, sure, but nowhere near this cartoonish.
Let's evolve. Some might even say you're at peak character development, sis. And honestly, I cannot fucking wait till I'm fucking 30.
It's like once her videos started gaining traction, she decided to double down on the sass and exaggeration because she thought it made her memorable. But instead of becoming iconic, it made her borderline unwatchable. It stopped feeling like someone giving real advice. It started feeling like someone doing a one-woman play with no off switch.
When I first time saw her video, I thought she was a comedic parody, and then I realized she is actually being serious. How can anyone watch her without cringing?
But her voice is only the beginning. The real problem is that the way she talks is a reflection of the way she thinks. Jasmine doesn't just perform her speech, she performs her entire identity. Everything about her feels like it was built for short-form social media. The delusional confidence, the aesthetic buzzwords, the glamorized trauma dumps, the hot take feminism that's really just an excuse to bash other women and call it empowerment. Her content is what happens when you let the TikTok algorithm raise your personality. She loves to call herself a girl's girl.
So when I say I only want to be friends with a girl's girl, this is what I mean.
But let's not act like we haven't all seen the clips where she tears other women down to boost herself up. There's the one where she laughs at a 21-year-old woman for aging badly. There's the one where she makes fun of women who like calm routines and says they're secretly pick-me.
Baby girl, today I want to let you into what have been pissing me off on the internet lately. Girl, listen, I am so over this is my kind of clubbing. This is my type of clubbing. In a world of clubbing, I'd rather go to Pilates. I am sorry, but it's low-key giving pick me ass. Stop. Like, yes, Pilates at 10 a.m. Sure. We love, we slay, we strengthen, we lengthen. But at 1 a.m., I would also love to be absolutely feral in a dark room with flashing lights and bad decisions.
And then there's her actual advice. Her idea of confidence isn't grounded in self-worth, emotional growth, or even basic reality. It's grounded in delusion. She tells her audience to assume everyone is in love with them. If someone doesn't look at you, it means they're obsessed but too scared to show it. If they ignore your story, it's because they're avoiding falling in love. She's literally teaching teenage girls to walk through the world like they're in a Netflix drama where every barista and bus driver is secretly writing poems about them. That's not confidence. That's how you create narcissists.
Girly pop. If he is not paying for your bills or writing you poetry, why does he have 24/7 access to your brain?
The most worrying part is that people are listening. Her following isn't made up of grown adults who can filter her nonsense. It's mostly teens and girls in their early 20s who are still trying to figure out who they are. These are people who genuinely think Jasmine's mindset is something to aspire to. They think being loud equals being strong. They think delusional confidence is some kind of healing. But all it's really doing is turning young women into clones of Jasmine. People who think being self-obsessed is the same as being self-aware. And don't think it stops there. Jasmine's relationship standards are just as warped. In her now infamous breakup story, she casually revealed she ended a 2-year relationship because the guy took her to a hot restaurant on Valentine's Day.
Get ready with me for a yacht party while I spill all the tea on my breakup. So I was in a 2-year relationship and baby, I got love bombed. Week 2 of dating, this man flew me to Perth, bought me a golf set, diamonds, flowers every single week without fail. And I was like, oh my god, Perth, finally, a man who's within my league. A man who finally understands the vibe. Hey, he a man. But then the plot fizzled because the effort started going 2 years later on Valentine's Day, this man did not plan a single thing. He had the audacity to just take me to a random hot pot place. I literally sat there and looked at him dead in the eyes and was like, boy, is this a prank show? Be for real, babes. Where are the cameras?
That was her final straw. Not because he was emotionally abusive, not because he cheated, not because they grew apart. No, she dumped him because the Valentine's Day date wasn't luxurious enough. The same guy had flown her out internationally 2 weeks into dating, bought her diamonds, spoiled her regularly. But because he did one average thing, he was out. She said with a straight face, if I say I do, his entire bloodline is saved with my face card. That shouldn't come for free.
Girly Pop, your face card can literally rebrand his whole entire bloodline. And I just don't think that should come for free. The moment I say I do, his entire lineage saved. Cause bam, a house full of kids with amazing jawlines.
That's not love. That's not even high standards. That's just straight up entitlement. She wants a man to give her the world in exchange for the pleasure of being in her presence, but never once talks about what she brings back into the relationship other than her looks. Her content basically teaches young women that beauty is a currency and men are banks. It reduces intimacy and connection to luxury transaction, and she's proud of it.
I don't like the I'm the prize mentality. Not to sound like a pick-me, but I feel bad for good men who genuinely love a woman, but her standards and opinions are based of those I'm the prize influencers. I will never understand women who are like, my man needs to bring me diamonds and luxury purses and jewelry. That's your standard, okay? But do they truly think that they'd meet the standard of that kind of man? Like, that's not how it works.
She'll frame all this as feminism, of course. She always does. She says things like, go where you're a 10 and know your worth, don't settle. But there's nothing empowering about encouraging girls to run to places where they're fetishized.
The simplest advice I would give to someone who's thinking of relocating or moving abroad is go where you are a 10. Babe, if I were to move to LA or Miami or New York, have you seen how Gorgina everyone looks? It's giving blonde, blue eyes, a full BBL package, and generational wealth. And listen, I am a confident girly, but I know my limits. I wasn't born to compete with Instagram filters in real life. Now you know where I always feel like a 10? Obviously, Asia.
When she says she feels like a 10 in Asia and not in LA or New York, she's ignoring the fact that her features, light skin, slim build, Eurocentric beauty, are fetishized in many parts of Asia. It's not about going where you're valued. It's about exploiting systems of colorism and pretending it's girl boss strategy. And also,
I feel like a 10 in Asia. So like, is she saying everyone else in Asia is ugly? Or because if she is, yikes.
it's also out of touch in the most tone-deaf way possible. Jasmine has said openly that she's worked hard to become unrelatable. She laughs about no longer having to check her bank account. She talks about not being the girl who cried about rent anymore.
Oh my god, girly pop, you are no longer relatable. Girl, you are so out of touch now. Baby girl, isn't that the reason that we're working so hard? Isn't that the freaking end goal? To be at a point where you're detached and disconnected from the struggles of everyday people? See, this didn't just come from nowhere. I have done the work. I have put in the hours. I've been in touch with reality. Like excruciatingly in such. Oh, but 2 years ago, Jazzy was so grounded, so humble, so relatable. Yeah, girl, but she also only had $50 in her bank account. And she cries every time her rent was due. Thank God I no longer relate to her. Thank God I no longer identify as her.
We literally paid her rent to boost her ego.
Why is she acting like she has infinite money? Like, girl, calm down, you'll get forgotten, and then you're gonna go back to $50 Jazzy.
Because guess where I am in the world right now? She's in Dubai! And yeah, I live here now. What the fuck?
As a person born in Dubai and has traveled the world, girl, chill.
I am working really, really fucking hard to stay out of touch with reality. To not check price tags when I go on a little shopping spree. To be like, what recession? I don't know her. Finance bros especially like to tell me, dude, the economy's crashing. And I'm like, oh no, really? That's too bad. Delulu, abso-fucking-lutely, but at least I'm not in debt too.
Well, improving and growing financially doesn't mean you should lose your charm. Money will come and go. You can't change your whole personality when you have money or when you go broke. You should know what to say on social media, honey. Being humble isn't embarrassing, but being arrogant, overly self-obsessed and narcissist is. It's absolutely amazing to be financially independent, but it is also amazing to be mature and humble.
Hey, men, period.
A while back, people started to realize just how toxic Jasmine was becoming, so naturally the callouts began. And like most influencers under fire, Jasmine responded with an apology video. And now let's talk about the apology, because, oh my god, that apology. If you've never seen her I'm sorry video, let me save you the trouble. It was a GRWM, get ready with me video. Yes, she literally tried to apologize while doing her makeup. She was holding blush palettes and lip gloss while saying things like, I've just developed my frontal lobe, so I didn't know better. She said she was taking accountability, but then immediately followed it up with, I'm still going to be loud and chaotic. That's just who I am. There was no actual acknowledgement of what she did wrong. No mention of the Pinterest board. No mention of the constant bashing of women. No reference to the toxic relationship advice. She never apologized for mocking a woman's appearance in Pilates. She never explained how her obsession with luxury affects how she treats people. She just vaguely said, I'm growing, I'm learning, and I'm taking space for my mental health. And then she ended it by basically saying, haters can keep hating. It didn't feel like an apology. It felt like she was annoyed that people called her out, so she decided to put on some concealer and say, my bad, for the algorithm. The entire vibe was off. It was giving influencer damage control, not genuine reflection. And what made it worse was that she came back right after with the same energy, posting the same delusional advice, the same flexes, the same loud delivery, the same superiority complex. Like nothing had happened. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. If you agreed with even half of what I said, hit that like button so the algorithm knows I'm not a hater. Subscribe if you want more unfiltered commentary, and let me know in the comments what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.